Right.
And so I'm looking forward to just and honest investigations. The persons that have been affected would have an honest opportunity to put their defenses forward, irrespective of political colorization. Because some of the monies that are being mentioned are monies that could have gone into other projects that will benefit everybody. And so if indeed some of these things have been done, then the people who have done it, not the people who are suspected to have done it, or people merely by virtue of the fact that they occupy certain positions, because there are some times that the people who actually commit these offenses may not be the political heads of these institutions. It's very possible that the political heads of the institutions may not even be aware that some of these things have happened. There are instances where political heads have signed documents that it turned out that the document that they signed were different from the ones that were used to procure the products or the services. And it was only when they were put before court that it turned out that this is not the document that I was signed. And so let's not be quick to jump to conclusions. Sometimes you see that when these stories are put there, pictures of certain heads of those institutions are associated with them. The public perception is fed into it that, oh, this story has been published against this picture. It is very easy for the ordinary person to already, say that, oh, this person is guilty of this.
No, but it's your job to read the story.
That's what I'm saying. It's not everybody that will
read that your picture has been put up, but
yes.
The story about you is different.
That is what I'm saying, that if the headline is there and the picture is put there, some people may just conclude.
That's their
problem. But at the end of the day, the person whose picture has been put there would be wrongly, thought of in a certain way. So I am happy.
Saying, if I haven't said something about you and then you think this is how you are thought of, that's your problem.
Something. I'm not saying that it is right or wrong. Okay. I'm saying for the ordinary person who may not read all the stories, may be quick, to jump to conclusion. So I will be happy if thorough investigations is conducted into these things. But I want to side with, I don't know if I can call you Sticker too.
Oh, perfect. You like to be called Sticker. Perfect.
I want to side with him on his reaction to Wednesday. And Honorable, I think that you should be concerned. Because you see, and sometimes I've made this point several times to you in private and on the platform.
Yeah.
We are getting into a state in our development as a country that people who have opportunity of platforms say things that they know is not true or ought to have known it's not true.
Right.
But they just say it and they throw it out there and they walk away.
Yeah.
And it is now, it's an ordinary politician. Ordinary in quotes.
You are not saying what he's saying is true or not.
No. That's why I said people who say things that they know are not true.
Okay, sure.
Or ought to have known.
100%.
That's what I said. Say it and just said, oh, it's political talk. They start from maybe you are doing two persons are on the political platform campaigning for maybe MP. Yeah. And then let's throw that at each other for what it is worth. But it is climbing up to the seat of the presidency.
Right.
And this is the highest seat of the land. Something, if you say 550 million cedis, it is money laundering. It is money laundering because our laws do not permit such cash to be held by any person at all. It is money laundering. If there is serious evidence of it, the OSP should be interested. Or since he says he doesn't have the jurisdiction to strictly deal with money laundering, maybe the attorney generals or IOCO should be interested. So I am happy that he's been invited. Of course, it doesn't mean that he's guilty of any offense. If he doesn't have the evidence to prove, he may decide to apologize and said it is one of those things. But at least...
Would that be enough?
That's what, at least it will serve as a deterrent, not only to MPP people or to NDC people, that there should be a limit in the public discourse.
It's all about the place, claiming he's being intimidated and all of that, and he will not be cowered into submission. It doesn't give any sign.
Yes, but I believe that if that is his posture as well, it may only be because he thinks he has evidence.
That's typical of him. You know him, right?
Sometimes I don't want to assume that I know him. I don't want to assume that I know him.
About what?
Now you say typical of him.
I'm not complaining about anything. Very typical about him.
What I'm saying is,
he's a type who cannot be on this platform because they spew a lot of things unverified.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah, some really wild claims.
Yes,
I don't know the places where they are hosted. I don't know if the host feel they have a responsibility. You know, and you have, like we are talking about, you have these bloggers all around the place.
That's what I was going to say. There's a particular
and some of them are simply
jurisdiction for
engaged
it.
in pure defamation and insult, but because they feel they are hiding under somewhere, they cannot be caught. And there's something must be done about that.
Yes, and